Welcome to Formosa Dream Chasers.
We're your hosts, Mary Ann
and Qing-en.
Please join us as we explore the journeys amazing people take in pursuit of their dreams.
And get insights from their experiences.
Let's hit the road
and get started. Hey dear listeners, welcome back to Formosa Dream Chasers. The Lunar New Year is just around the corner. People here in Taiwan and the overseas Chinese communities around the world cannot wait to enjoy this festive season with their family and friends.
That's right. Qing-en and I came up with the idea of making a special episode for the Lunar New Year. So preparing couplets is probably one of the most iconic traditions for the Lunar New Year. And have you ever been curious about what the calligraphy on the spring couplets mean? And do you want to know more about the secrets of Chinese calligraphy?
Yeah, that's right. This week we are with Wang I-chun on the show. And I-chun is a young and talented Taiwanese artist who's been working with Chinese calligraphy for more than 20 years. She will tell us about the cultural traditions of Chinese calligraphy and her career as a calligraphy artist. Note that the interview was conducted in Mandarin and presented with the voiceover in English by Mary Ann.
Hello, I-chun.
Hi, I-chun. Can you say hi to our listeners?
Hello, 我是王I-chun.
Hello, I am Wang I-chun. I am a Chinese calligraphy artist. I have worked as an artist for 2 years, but studied calligraphy for 20 years. So I really like calligraphy, and I am happy to share more about this with everyone.
So, what is Chinese calligraphy? Can you describe the art form and how it differs from other art forms?
In ancient times, calligraphy could be regarded as a tool for recording events, and it gradually became a form of art.
Chinese calligraphy mainly utilizes black and white as opposed to Western art, which has more colors. It is unique since depending on the pressure exerted on the brush, the strokes create thick or thin lines. There are certain rules that need to be followed when moving the brush as you write Chinese characters. The brushwork of Chinese calligraphy actually gradually changed over time. Part of the reason why it is different from the other arts is because the art form is all about writing Chinese characters. And Chinese characters themselves have meaning and carry emotions. Therefore, as an art form, even before the Chinese characters are interpreted through calligraphy, the characters themselves already have meaning. When looking at any calligraphy work, you can first ignore the meaning of the words. Instead, try to feel the expressive technique by the brushstrokes first. This will make it easier for you to understand Chinese calligraphy.
Do you mind telling us how old you are now and when did you start?
It's my birthday in a few days.
Happy birthday!
Advance happy birthday!
Thank you. And I began learning calligraphy in the 2nd grade of elementary school. So I'm 28 years old.
What got you started with Chinese calligraphy?
因为爸爸是水墨画家.
Because my father is an ink wash artist, I've always had a certain intimacy with Chinese ink since childhood. Most people doodle with marker pens or crayons when they are young, whereas I would use a brush as a child. So I learned how to hold a brush properly and control the brushstrokes even before I started practicing calligraphy. This is why I think I have a close affinity to Chinese ink and didn't find it difficult to learn calligraphy. This has allowed me to continue with calligraphy, and I gradually learned to appreciate the beauty of Chinese characters. I also want to write better, which is why I pursued the continuous improvement of my writing techniques. In addition, I've attended art classes since I was a kid and majored in art, where I was required to study all genres of art, including sketching, watercolor painting, and ink wash painting. However, Chinese calligraphy was treated as less important. The people I studied with since childhood dropped out of calligraphy class until I was the only one left. I think Chinese calligraphy is very cool, and I like it a lot. I also like the feeling where I'm persevering when others have given up.
How did you know that Chinese calligraphy and being an artist in this field was your calling?
I
like simple and pure things. Not counting modern calligraphy, where it is made to look fancy, the essence of Chinese calligraphy is ink and just the ink. To think that something as simple as Chinese ink has the exceptional power to convey different emotions and mesmerize the audience through the use of ink and brushstrokes, I think this is something very unique. For example, the Chinese character wind, the calligraphy of the character can convey a feeling of airiness. Also, when you see the Chinese character heavy, you feel the weight when you see how the character is presented through the brushstrokes.
What do you think are the necessary skills one needs to master for this art form? And how old would you say you were when you mastered the skills?
I don't know when I can say I have mastered the craft of calligraphy. When I was a kid, I would think something I wrote was pleasing, but looking back a few years later, I think the writing is so ugly. So I think I am constantly improving. If you are asking for a precise time, I would say it was at the age of 20 when a collector wanted to buy one of my artworks. I realized that I probably have acquired some degree of mastery in the art to have attracted someone to want to collect my work.
How many types of fonts or script styles would you say you have mastered or learned?
I can write all 5 of the different script styles or fonts in Chinese calligraphy, including cursive script, semi-cursive script, clerical script, seal script, and regular script. The procedure for writing the Chinese characters are all similar because of its stroke order. It's just the manner of writing that is different. I particularly love cursive script because of its potential to show the uniqueness of the Chinese word. Other script styles have rigid rules for writing, which limit creativity. Cursive script, in contrast, allows me to exaggerate the length of the lines, but you can still recognize the character. This gives me more liberty for expression in my works.
For some foreigners or a person who is not specialized in arts, when we look at a piece of work, I believe we appreciate the work based on how it makes us feel, especially when it comes to calligraphy, because we don't understand the word's meaning. So as an artist yourself, when you see the other people's work, how would you evaluate the piece and what do you look for in a calligraphy piece?
Even after many years of writing calligraphy, it's still possible that I don't totally understand other people's works, especially when it uses cursive or seal script. These days, many Chinese calligraphy artwork use cursive script, so one can simply look at the lines to see if this resonates with you, because everyone has a different idea of what beauty is. So one doesn't need to look at the meaning of the word, but focus on the form instead. Modern calligraphy also somewhat deconstructs characters these days. In a traditional piece of calligraphy work, one can see the characters in black ink against a white backdrop, so one can observe the space arrangement to see if it makes you feel comfortable. Some calligraphy works rub me the wrong way due to their showy and exaggerated nature to showcase the artist's skills. Personally, I strive to make a piece timeless, so the longer one looks at it, the more one can appreciate it. I see a lot of foreigners with Chinese characters tattooed on their body, even if they can't read it, as they want to show the meaning of the word, regardless of its aesthetics or accuracy. So I think one can first figure out the expressive form or script style you like, and then decide on the meaning of the word you want. Just like buyers from my exhibition, they usually don't dig into the meaning of the Chinese characters at first sight. They will first see if the work attracts them, then figure out the connection they have with it. For example, it may be a phrase that inspires them, or maybe words that have a personal meaning. One doesn't necessarily have to understand the character's meaning, as this can solely be judged by its appearance.
So this is a silly question, but we want to know, do you write from left to right or from right to left?
In addition to following a character stroke order, when writing Chinese calligraphy, we traditionally write words from right to left, with phrases and sentences going from top to bottom. However, Chinese characters on signboards in modern times go from left to right. If I'm requested to write something, I would first ask what that piece is for. So the direction of calligraphy is determined by its function. The flow of writing Chinese characters from left to right is smooth due to the consistency of stroke order, especially when using the cursive script. The words can connect from left to right, but it cannot be connected when writing from right to left because the writing movement goes against the character strokes. Most Chinese calligraphy artwork these days follow the left to right way of writing because of this.
Since it's going to be Chinese New Year soon, can you tell us a few lucky or auspicious phrases for the coming year of the dragon and explain to us a bit about what those phrases mean?
I would like to share two phrases. The first one is 龙腾福月, and the second one is 福龙影响. 龙腾福月 means may good fortune shine into your home as the dragon passes by. And 福龙影响 means the lucky dragon invokes good fortune. These phrases use the theme of the dragon and are combined with the words spring, 春, blessing, 福, prestige, 耀, and good fortune, 吉祥, to express auspicious wishes. As I was preparing for this interview, I also found 五福临门. 五福 signifies the 5 kinds of good fortune, which include reputation, profit, longevity, and a good ending to one's life. So 五福临门 means that these 5 types of fortune will come to you.
Hey, that's all the time we have this week. Please tune in next week for the continuation of our chat with Wang I-chun. Again, this is Qing'en.
And Mary Ann. See you guys next Sunday. Bye.
Dear friends, this is Tsai Ing-wen. This time of the year is about enjoying good cheer and reconnecting with friends and family. So together, let's greet the new year with confidence and put our best foot forward for Taiwan and the world. I wish you and your loved ones peace and prosperity, health and happiness in the year of the dragon.
Hello everyone, this is Lai Qingde, wishing you all a happy new year. Last year, Taiwan's people stood together to overcome many challenges. This coming year, let's continue to work hard for peace, prosperity, and democracy. May you and your loved ones enjoy health and good fortune this year of the dragon.
Did you enjoy our program? Or do you have any questions or feedback on what you just heard? Email us at rti@rti.org.tw, that's rti@rti.org.tw, and we will respond to all of your comments. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you sometimes prefer to watch the news instead of read about it? Check out the RTI English YouTube channel where we post daily videos that cover everything from politics to cultural events and other breaking news. Feel free to share your feedback and thoughts in the video comments or write to us at our email english@rti.org.tw.